Grab your summoners, your squires, your knights, and your mages. The land is at war. We're talking Final Fantasy Tactics right here on the Hardcore Play Podcast. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Hardcore Play Podcast. I am Austin, aka Hambo. That is Art, aka Plaz. You wanna let him know what we're doing this week, bud?
So as you may know from our last week's podcast, it's gonna be JRPGs for the month of May. We are talking Final Fantasy Tactics, a game that, like Hambo was talking about Chrono Trigger, I played and dumped hundreds and thousands of hours into this game. Hey, what up, Falu? Welcome in.
It's a good one. Hello, Falu.
Let me unpause it and have that beautiful PlayStation intro.
Every time, dude. Every time it hits.
Every time.
We love the old PlayStation startup sound. It was better than the one for the PS2, because the PS2 you would be like, this is taking a bit too long to drop.
And it was like the old IMAX or whatever movie intros where like you'd sit in there and you're like, oh no, where's the volume remote?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do the intro for the game while we talk about it a little bit. Final Fantasy Tactics, a entry in the Final Fantasy series of video games, but not tied to some of the other main hitter Final Fantasy games, except for one moment in this game. But it uses all the same kinds of names for magic and classes and weapons. But it is a turn-based RPG in the sense that it is a tactical game, a strategy game, but also can turn into just a slugfest.
Yeah, it almost plays like if you were a fan of Fire Emblem or
Yes.
a game that I personally played a bunch on Game Boy Advance, which was Tactics Ogre.
Yes, I love Tactics Ogre. Tactics Ogre.
Those games were so good. They were so underrated.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's still turn-based in the thought of like, your characters go, their characters go.
Yes.
But instead of it just being like your team has one side of the screen, the enemies have the other, and the fight happens, it is literally like a full battle, almost like a D&D style battle map.
Yes. And yes, it's THX. Thank you, fellow.
Yeah, THX. I knew what you meant, but for some reason my brain couldn't put it together either. So the premise of this game is you are playing as Ramza, who was the son of the king?
So you are playing as Ramza Belov, a highborn to a very powerful lord.
That's what it was.
Who is under the sir. I'm trying to get into a random encounter. And since I only have 3 spots, there we go. So like Pokemon, you're wandering around in the wild and you step in the grass and you get into a fight. Now, basically to showcase what the battle system looks like. Yes, the squad.
Yes, the boys.
And Anya was like, "Can I have a character in it too?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, kid."
We got Ramza, and then the gang,
and then the squad. So you are the son of a lord who was a warrior in a time of war. Right now, and you start the game. There is a war because the king has died. They call it the War of the Lions because it's Goltana of the Black Lions and Duke Larg of the Red Lions, I think.
Yeah.
Those two people are vying to be the next king. However, something stands in their way. There is a princess that when you start the game, you are in a chapel and she's praying. The princess is technically the rightful heir to the throne. But as you can see, so this is what, oh, cool, sick. The battle looks like it is a tactical based game where if you rush right up into your opponent's face, sometimes you'll miss.
And there's also the potentiality of
Counterattack, yes.
yeah.
A potential for a counterattack. See how it's 77% chance to hit? But also now I get counterattacked because I'm right up in his grill.
Which all that stuff is based off of like abilities that you gain through different character classes.
Yes. And even where you're standing, your foot placement on the ground. As you can see on the top right, it says 2H. So I'm 2 spots higher than the sea level, quote unquote, of the map.
Can I be 100% real with you?
Yeah.
I just learned that today.
Yes. It doesn't happen
all this time playing, and I'm like, why am I missing? And it's because like I'm higher than something, so I'm not able to swing low enough,
right.
or like it's too high for me to hit. And, like
yes.
I didn't know that was why. I had no idea.
Whatever, you're getting hit with a stone. Fuck you.
You just threw a stone at your own.
It's okay. I got auto potion on. It's to level them up. So there it is. There's the Hamboni.
That's me. I want to throw a rock at a dog. Yeah. Aw. You and I both know that that's not accurate.
Rip Hambo's too tall. I mean, Hambo, you're tall. You're tall. You're deceptively taller than you look. Okay.
Deceptively is an overstatement. The amount of times that I'm like, I'm 6'4".
For the Al Gore rhythm. Thank you.
Yep. The Al Gore rhythm.
We love the Al Gore rhythm.
He invented the internet, you know.
Uh-huh.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. He
didn't. He really didn't.
So you are tasked with protecting the princess in the beginning of the game. However, something happens, the church is attacked, and then the princess is captured. You see somebody from your past, which then triggers this spot in the game. You're reliving an event that happened, I think it's like 3 or 7 years ago. I forget. Final Fantasy likes doing things in 3s and 7s.
Well, they're some of the best ones. So
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah. Fun fact about this game: you get the opportunity to unlock Cloud as a playable character in this game.
Which is what I was going to get to. The one thing that ties it to some of the other games in the series, it doesn't, not just other games, but you unlock Cloud through a series of events. You also unlock Beowulf.
Really?
Yes, Beowulf is a character in Final Fantasy Tactics. All right, thank you, Malin. I appreciate that. And welcome in.
They want to watch and support your next one, not this one.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, you can watch and support this one too.
Immediate. Add me on Discord. Here's my Discord. Gilts, you know what to do.
Get them, Gilts.
Round them up. Send them off. Yeah, so this game is a lot of like the one thing that I did like was like after you completed your action, hey, I leveled up. You get to choose what direction you want to face.
Yes.
Which actually does matter.
Yes.
Because if you have your back turned to an enemy and they hit you, it does more damage.
Right. You also have, like, for instance, if they use a skill, like those cat creatures have a skill that can poison you. If your back is turned, they have a higher chance of succeeding in that skill.
Yeah. So it's the placement of how you're looking, all that kind of stuff, the height of where you're standing at, all of it plays, excuse me, very vital roles to
As a crit.
the success in battle. Look at you and Gilts just ganging up on this panther, bro. Oh no, me and Gilts, I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you. I was hurting. Yeah, this game was super fun. Because this came out not too long before Final Fantasy Chronicles.
Yes.
The one that was Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger together in a pack.
Essentially, so now one thing that I will say is you unlock a full roster of characters in this game. Having these extra characters helps out in the early game, mainly because you can go into these battles, level up. Even if you level up the main character, Ronza, oh shit, that ain't good. He levels, but the main campaign characters do not match your level. So you could be level 25 and going through the story mode, and the other characters are only level 5.
Yeah.
Let's pick the wrong stream, but
really did. Oh yeah, that was on my stream. Okay. Had a feeling that's where it was.
All right, you get back up.
Oh man. Yeah, even like the summons in this looked really, really sick. The summoner was able to use all the magic was really cool. Like some of the classes, like I was telling you before we started the show, I was looking at some of them. I'm actually going to bring them back up really quick.
So you'll see
some of the names of them were actually like pretty funny.
Yeah. You'll see anytime that I do use a skill or attack, the characters get XP and JP. JP you use, which I'll go after this battle and show, allows you to upgrade your current class that you're playing. Yeah. Guild said he's got so much up on the computer that it's struggling.
Oh yeah, dude.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, there's
go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say I put hours and hours into this game and had all different kinds of builds, and even made like backs. And I think this is what really pushed me into D&D, because I would make backstories for some of the characters, and I think this game triggered me into D&D.
Yeah, definitely. But just a quick look into some of the classes for you on this one. For the most part, it's usually going to be the two main. I think what is it? The 6 main ones that you start as potentially are what? Squire, or no, Lancer and Geomancer aren't ones that start. So it's either Squire or Chemist usually.
Yes, it's Squire, Chemist, and then you unlock Knight and Archer fairly early.
Yeah. And then after Knight and Archer for the physical combat side, it goes to Samurai, Monk, Thief, Ninja.
Which Monk is actually one of the most overpowered classes.
Usually is. And then the final 3 for the physical side are Lancer, Dancer, and Geomancer. Which is weird that Geomancer is in there because like you would think that's like a magical based class.
It actually it is and it isn't. It can use weapons like axes and swords. It is definitely one of the weaker combat classes. But the magic that it can use also based on terrain. So if you're standing on grass, it uses that skill. If you're standing on rock, it uses a different skill.
Yeah.
But it is still a freaking Dr. Seuss classes. Oh yeah, so I guess so. If you see some of the fallen have little numbers over their thing,
Mm-hmm.
when that time runs out, they actually die, and then they'll drop an item or a crystal. Sometimes
it's essentially almost like rolling death saves in D&D.
Yep.
Where instead of actually rolling to see if you succeed or fail to stabilize or die, it's just every turn, each turn that your spot comes around in the order, it's a failure. And 3 failures and you're totally gone. The amount of times that playing this game, I was like, oh God.
You get to that one
spot. You get to that. For me, it was always a battle where there was like 3 or 4 summoners and then just a bunch of archers. And the archers just kept moving further and further away from me. And it was driving me up a goddamn wall.
Yeah. So it gets down to 0. And then after that timer runs, then they transform.
Yeah. Yeah, and then on the magical side, stemming off of Chemist, were Wizard and Priest.
Yes.
And then
Black Mage, White Mage, basically.
Yeah. And then Time Mage, Oracle, and I left this one for the last one because this is the funniest one in this set, is Calculator.
Which is broken. If you know how to use that class, it is
you're basically a math wizard.
Yes. Yes, pretty much.
And then the final 3 on the caster side are Summoner, Bard, Mediator. And then all of those eventually can lead to the ability to unlock the Mime job.
Yes. Doing these random encounters also helps you to get money if you need it.
Which in
every
JRPG,
yes,
you use it for everything.
All right, so we're gonna further the storyline here.
So you're using math rocks since the 50s.
Yeah. Currently we're playing through a flashback that Rams is having about his time when he first became a quote unquote knight. Diceyard is Rams's older brother, current head of the household after Rams's father passed away.
And that was one of the things that I liked about this game was the character design, both in like the text boxes and on like actual, like, I guess you could call it the map areas, were very good.
Also, as a kid playing through this game, I didn't realize until I was older that Ramza is actually a male. I always thought it was a female character.
The way they make Ramza look in the portrait,
especially later on. Vibe. Yeah, especially like in the second chapter and on, the way that Ramza's hairstyle is different.
Yeah.
Zalbag is Ramza's other brother, who is more of like, so it's like the 3 brothers. One of them is more the diplomat, and then the other 2 are more like knights.
Yeah.
Sorry, please let me have 100 soldiers. And he's like, get the...
Bring the audio back for this.
Mm-hmm. because even the audio for this entire game is so. It's the same. It's the same composer, right? Or is it a
I
different
will look
composer?
into that.
This also is in a time where rank and status held a lot of sway, both in political events as well as in um, military events. He just mentioned Algus's rank. He's just a soldier without knighthood. And even like it mentions like the poorer class are looked at as basically, you know, beneath everybody else.
Yeah, 'cause that's the way this hierarchy system worked back then.
Yes.
So let me just see. Oh, I got a taste of the music there. The composer for Final Fantasy Tactics is Hitoshi Sakimoto. Aside from scoring the Final Fantasy Tactics games, he also did the score for Final Fantasy 12. So
And now he's talking about how his family was once respected like the Below family. The 50-year war is the war that had just ended not long ago.
Yeah. Which I think you cover that in, I think it's Tactics A2.
I think
it's
so.
the 50-year war.
I think so. I know it gets mentioned.
Or is this not the right one?
But even like the music and ambience for this game, I'll use in D&D because it fits so well.
Yeah.
So during the course of the game, you meet other characters who have particular stones. There's a legend about the Zodiac Braves who come to the land to rid it of war and strife and bring about an era of peace.
Okay, no, never mind. Tactics A2 has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
A2 is the follow-up to, because A2 is just Advanced 2.
Yeah.
Which Tactics and Tactics Advance fall into the same lore circle as Final Fantasy 12.
Right.
Because it all takes place in Ivalice.
Well, we're in Ivalice now. We're still in Ivalice.
Yeah, and some stuff from FF12 happens there as well.
Yes.
So
that's
all the
why
Tactics games are sort of tied together in that way.
So they remade this game for the PSP, and I think it's on mobile now. You can get it on mobile. What is it called? War of the Lions. They added in Balthier as a character that you can recruit.
Yeah, Balthier being recruitable was really cool. I like that they do that with these games. And also, of course, like every Final Fantasy game, there's always at least one of the three of Sid, Biggs, and Wedge.
Yes. Sid, Thunder Sid, I think his nickname is, because he's like one of the strongest characters you can recruit.
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, there's always Biggs, Sid, and Wedge, at least in some of the game, at least in every game.
Yeah, it just always happens. It's so funny. the Advance 2's, I guess you could call it the subtitle to it,
Mhm.
was a Grimoire of the Rift.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm yawning incessantly, but I can't stop, and I apologize tremendously. My wife just messaged me. She was like, "You okay there, bud?" I'm like, yeah. Why? She sent me a video of me yawning during the stream. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
But yeah.
Okay. So what it is there are a prince and a princess that are
Prince Goltana is
Prince Orinus
Oh,
and
Ornis.
Princess
Oh, yes, that's
Ovelia.
right. Which you don't find out he's the prince until like later.
Ovelia is supported by Goltana of the Black Lion.
Right.
And Orinus is supported by Queen Ruvelia and her brother Prince Larg of the White Lion. So we got the color wrong, but it is still two lions.
Yes, I'm sorry. I got them mixed up.
No, that's all good. Oh, that's right. Ramza witnesses the murder of Delita's sister during an uprising.
Yes.
And the two of them essentially cut their ties to nobility and joined Gafgarian.
Yes. The murder is committed by none other than that Algus.
Yeah.
So as you progress the story, more spots on the map are unlocked. We're going to save it just in case.
Yeah, and it was the High Confessor Marcel Funebris and the church. They used the legend of the Holy Zodiac Braves to gather the Zodiac Stones and instigated the Lion War.
Yes. One of my favorite tracks from the Final Fantasy Tactics soundtrack is the Swiggy Woods. God damn it.
Oh, yeah, that is a good one.
Do I reset to try and avoid this battle, or do I just play it through?
What is this one?
That's just a random encounter.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure if like I know there's usually like
play it. Okay, coward.
What are the
all right, fine. Jesus, shoe.
Got him. The hell's the word I'm looking for? There are some, even though they're considered random encounters, they're scripted.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good question. Gilt's asking if you remember the class point glitch.
I do. That's how they've all mastered the chemist class.
Yeah, that's right. That's why everyone auto potions.
Hopefully it's not. Am I fighting? Oh, okay, good. We can make short work of this.
Yeah, it'll be minimal damage.
So something else too, during the encounters, you'll see at the very bottom it says CT, or that is controlled by the character's speed level. Doing an action but not moving doesn't decrease your speed as much, and allows you to go before some other characters sometimes. Doing things like yelling, "Hey, go faster!
Do more now!
Do more things faster!"
Yeah, as long as your Chrono Trigger bar is high. God, these games were so fun. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, that's not a
I have
nice
to be
stream.
muted for a second because there's somebody with a very tiny
good, man.
penis blasting very loud.
You good, bruv. There's some bot work that needs to get done.
Oh yeah, I see the bot.
Yeah, I'm gonna check to see if it's on yours.
That is, it's in mine. A cheap Gears Exogum. Interesting name.
I don't remember. Was that a thing? Hang on, let me double check, see if it was a thing. Yep.
What?
There was an announcement 5 days ago, August 25th of 2025. Your Gears of War Reloaded.
Oh, nice.
They're remastering the first Gears of War. Let me make sure it's actually like the first one. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. And it will be available for Xbox Series X and S, Xbox on PC, Xbox Cloud Gaming, PlayStation 5, and Steam, and arrives day one with Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass.
Sure, you say it's an overrated
to
game.
Final Fantasy Tactics right now.
Hey, Gooey, happy Saturday, buddy.
I liked the first one out of all of them. I feel like, the third one was good. The second one was decent. I was not a fan of the fourth.
So
Judgment,
you removed the ban on the bot.
I did not like that.
You removed the ban on the bot and then rebanned the bot.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Gooey, welcome in, man. Happy Saturday. I appreciate you coming onto the podcast. Hope you're having a good day. Much love to you and your daughter. I hope you are having a good weekend so far.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this was always one of those games that was like a go-to for me. You know what I mean? Like I loved playing this game. I may not have put as much time into Tactics as you did, but I definitely did play it a ton. I think that one's in mine now. Yeah.
Man, these bots are wild today.
They're just wilding out today, bro. I don't get it. Oh, that person at the beginning that was on my stream that was like, "Oh, add me on Discord," blah, blah, blah. Their account's already gone.
Yeah. We jumping bots around here.
Well, you got one more to jump, dude.
But yeah, I remember coming home from school and immediately popping this game on. It was between this Diablo 1 and Final Fantasy 7.
Diablo 1 was so good.
It really was. Oh my god.
That was one that I used to play on a PC.
Me and Giltz would sink hours into Diablo 1.
Dude, when we were growing up, if my mom wasn't on the phone and one of us was playing the PS1, the other would either use the PC to play Team Fortress.
Oh yeah.
Or just run through the demo disc of Diablo that we had gotten from a friend that we were able to just keep running characters on.
Man, remember getting a whole like bunch of demo discs and just playing the heck out of them because we couldn't actually afford the full game.
Yeah, I used to get the ones from PlayStation Magazine. Which, dude, God. So many games off of those, it was like the only reason that I had got them. And it was so worth it.
Is the audio for the game playing?
Oh no, I'm actually gonna unmute it right now.
So each time you go into an encounter, a lot of times like these maps, the music will change based on different things like weather and like what part of the map you're on, or not part of the map, what stage you're on. God, just go down.
Yeah, it was
We're just teaming up on this goblin.
shoot, it worked fine before. It didn't have it wasn't that loud and there was no echo before. So it's very strange that all of a sudden now it started doing it.
It could be because if you have both of our streams up.
Oh, I don't have any streams up. I have them
No,
up
no,
on
no.
my
I'm
phone.
talking about you.
Oh no, it was coming straight from off of when I unmuted the screen audio.
Oh, okay.
It was just throwing echoes back.
Twitch be twitching? Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Really do.
All right, so I'm trying to progress the story. So
you're good, dude.
You were guarding a castle. Your brother Zolbag they sent a spy into a group called the Death Corps who captured the Marquis Elmberry, I think his name is.
Sounds about right.
And these bots testing you and Shu, and you have all the answers. That's fair. That's fair. Now, interestingly enough, for the story battles, you can only have 4 instead of your normal 5, usually because there is a guest character that has to also be in there. But in this case, we have 2. We have Algus and Delita. So we actually have a total of 6 characters on the map.
Yeah.
Shu said his answer is in the Popo voice. Bye.
Bye.
This is a matter of life and death. How can you say that? Because we get to slay monsters. Who doesn't like slaying monsters? Just like in D&D, who doesn't like beating up monsters? Now, the guest characters, I can't control. They move and act on their own according to, you know. We're going to toss a stone at your head. Yay!
Yeah, he can suck on that, dude. Just a fastball straight to the melon.
The accumulate skill, it raises your strength by 1. So that's what I'm doing. I'm building up strength before they can get close enough to actually start doing damage.
Perfect way to do it.
Well, so Guild. So I'm noticing a lot of times now when, like, especially if you report a bot enough, it gets like 3 bans before the account gets completely removed.
Yep. And the thing I like about, won't even care. They won't even try and recover that one back. They'll just make a new one and keep going.
Yeah, yeah. It's like they use some kind of random name generator. Who would ever use anything like that?
Yeah, right. Idiots.
Yeah, I mean, like who would make up like a name like Gibblepiddle?
Sanstadan.
Sanstadan. In case you're wondering why they're punching, is I remove their swords in case I need to keep something alive. They don't just immediately start like swinging swords and killing it.
Dude, I'm sorry. I normally have so much more energy with this, but
No, man, it's okay. It has a lazy weekend feel.
No, yeah. Weekend. Plus, excuse me. My wife and I brought in another kitten yesterday. Well, I brought in a kitten and told my wife that we're keeping it.
Hambo, your character is just fastballing things in the face, man.
Yeah, dude. Everybody's catching heaters to the dome, dude. But yeah, so I was up late making sure she was all settled in. You sure you know more, Shu? Because I live around a bunch and they don't know shit, dude.
I mean, you're not inaccurate, Shu. You're not inaccurate.
Kiss my ass.
Yeah. So the music for this map is probably one of my favorites, and you only hear this. You only hear it, I think, twice, 3 times.
Yeah, I want to say it's maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
Shoot, Juno. No, yeah, Juno. Is it only June? No, it's 2. Shu. It's only 2.
You just had 3.
No. The only 2 that I've gotten since last year are Mallow and now Willow. This is the only 2 cats that I've gotten. Since I've known you, when I first met you, it was Chorizo, Nugget, Annie, and Bernie. And I also had Lily, my dog. And then we moved up here in July, brought in Mallow in August, and then I just brought Willow in.
I don't know, man. Delita's throwing fucking hands, though.
Yeah, Delita throws bombs, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine being in striking distance of something and not trying to strike it.
I know.
Look, Shu, at least one of us is trying something. Yeah, one of us is trying something. I'm trying to get cats. That's what I meant. The fuck? Jesus Christ, dude.
So the only thing I would say is these games like this, Final Fantasy Tactics Ogre, they tend to move at a bit of a slower pace than some of the other Final Fantasy games that are out there. Yeah. But just the feeling of you get to take your time. You can choose like where you want to go, who you want to attack.
Yeah. It gives you a Final Fantasy type feel for a game that also gives you that heavy D&D feel.
Yes.
Delita is out here throwing fucking haymakers, dude.
It really
Good
is.
Lord.
Here comes a stone.
He walked away from that other dude over there. What a bum. So
the AI goes to the most optimal spot and does the most optimal thing that it can do. It probably couldn't reach the spot where Ramza is now. So it moved to take out, and it'll always go after an enemy that is lower on health first.
No, yeah, fair point. Hey, you're headed to Dortmund right now, aren't you?
Yep. Yeah, where you encounter the character called Ygraph.
Oh, yeah, Ygraph. Fuck.
Who later becomes one of the Zodiac Knights.
Yeah. Out of the Swaggy Woods.
Out of the Swaggy Woods.
Were they called the Swaggy Woods, or was it Soggy? And I just read it too bad in my brain.
It's Swiggy Woods.
Swiggy Woods.
Another thing is they renamed a lot of the map names in the PSP version. I forget what they're called in the PSP version, but the slums.
Slums in Dorter.
Yeah, shoot, you want one?
We did shoot. Yeah, it's what? Me, Plaz, and Gilts.
All right. What's your you're a Taurus, Sagittarius? What's your zodiac?
Yeah, he's a Libra.
Libra. You know what? That makes sense. So the Death Corps are supposed to be kind of like, they're not anarchists. They're more like activists. They're trying to fight for like the poor, who after the war were basically just brushed aside and left to, rot. They captured somebody important and are ransoming them, but that wasn't the plan. So now Ygraph is the leader and is like, no, I got to fix this.
Yeah.
Hokuten.
At the end of the 50-year war in Igros.
Guess we must fight. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We're starting to get some mages.
Mages, archers, and wizards.
Yep. Oh, how about that? My browser lost connection to my camera.
Oh, sick.
0 provocation.
You want to talk about balance, Shu? How's that balance? So they're immediately going to rush because there's an archer above me on the right side. So the AI immediately goes after them first. Archers, if they're equipped with bows, the higher they are, the more they can hit, the greater their range is.
There we go. That was
welcome
weird.
back.
It was the weirdest thing. There was literally 0 reason why that should have happened.
Stellar.
Absolutely. Oh,
he's Dallas.
All of
That's the wizard.
All of his spells. He's always rooting, always tooting, but then his spells he do be shooting.
Yeah, let's see. We got Zelig, Dreyfus,
Richard,
Dallas, Rampart, Winter,
Winter.
and Hicks.
Hicks.
Marines, we are leaving.
Shit.
I can't do anything. I can't reach anybody yet.
Imagine this game not letting me throw a stone at somebody.
Oh no.
What a crock.
What a crock. Dreyfus does sound like a Hambo name. You're not wrong.
Shoot, did we need Final Fantasy Tactics to confirm that? Holy shit.
Yeah. That's what I let them go after that archer and I let them fight it out. They can't die. So if they drop down, they have like the little stars above their heads. Show that
Yeah,
they're
so just knocked out for a certain amount of turns, yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit balls.
Giltz is down, folks.
Yeah, he just critted the shit out of him.
That's right, Shu. Shit and balls.
You stop that. Get back up.
Instead of throwing a rock at someone, I just it was Giltz driving to the hospital after the
after that crit. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Dude. That was intense. And then I was just like, you know what? I can't throw a rock at somebody, but I can throw a feather at one of my friends. I just hurled some Phoenix down at him.
You stop that.
Did not stop him.
No, it didn't. Oh, it's down again.
Whoop.
Giltz, man. Stay off the ground. Get up off the ground, man.
Quit taking naps. You're on the fucking clock here, but
is this dude about to charge punch me? All right, let's kill you first. Can't have that. He literally charged up a punch to swing at you.
Punched me in the top of my head. Gil said, "Oh God, it's Strahd all over again."
I'm getting flashbacks.
Oh man.
All right. You guys just corner him and just pummel him to pieces.
Yeah, just beat the bricks off of this dude, like my character in Oblivion.
Mm-hmm. Just straight haymakers.
Dude, that is some of the funniest shit I've ever done in my life. I had never done a hand-to-hand build.
It is so much fun. The makers of hay. All right, now that that's done, let's get you up off the ground.
Yeah, get up, you dingus.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, rip.
All I'm doing is making this dude stronger by leveling him up.
You really are, dude. And plus it's extra XP for taking enemies down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just all sorts of cooked.
So auto potion only triggers if it's like a physical attack. Would you just stop charging up your punches at me? Jesus. How rude. Sorry, Giltz. You're out of this battle for a few minutes.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
It doesn't trigger with abilities either. 76. He goes after Ramza. So we're going to swing on him first.
620 damage.
They're just fucking beating the fucking bricks off this. Just beating the fucking coins out of them. All right, go get them, thugs. This is a precursor for the finale of Strathmore. I mean, you're just gonna say it.
Yeah, we're we're gonna be split into two parties. We're gonna be supported by different groups of people, and then we're gonna have to fight each other. Spoilers.
All right, you're getting annoying. Because all he can do is throw punches, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you up off the ground. No. All right, get up, you dingus. The guilt thing specifically? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, more than likely. Oof.
Well, that was a charge. So the charge basically you wait a turn. It puts you like it's kind of like waiting, holding your action.
Yeah,
So,
Plaz, he keeps punching me in the dick. Make him stop.
I noticed that. Yeah, throw a fucking stone at him.
Yeah, thank you, Algus. Someone cares.
Me and this dude are just going to be swinging on each other for a little bit here. Oh no, he's going to kill Giltz again. Here it comes.
Here it comes.
God damn it.
Later, dude.
There you go. Go fight him.
Whoop his ass. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Just punched Algus in the face.
Charge punch. Revives. Stop. Downed. Revived. Making. Downed. Revived. Them. Stronger.
Damn.
Yeah, Delta fucking throw a rock at the back of his fucking dome, dude. Bash.
Algus used tackle.
It did the same amount of damage as a punch.
I know. I think it has a greater accuracy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Later, guilt. That dude's got it out for you, man.
Let's try Hambo reviving. I can't reach.
Ah, just out of my reach, dude. Yeah. Belt him. Bang. Aw. Guilt's in all caps. God damn him. Oh, I'm gonna get charge punched, bro.
All right. We fixed that problem.
Now for the next problem.
Picking Gilt's ass up off the ground.
For the 7th time. He literally went and saw his god, and they were like, "Oh, hey, dude, you're back already?" He's like, "Yeah, and then starts to feel the voice. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
I'll be right back. Ah!
I will be right back."
Thank you, Jesus.
Jesus, Dallas could have just done that from the rip, dude. Oh, coward. Coward.
I know, what a little chicken shit.
That was my back.
And, I mean, they can't put you down, Hambo. So I mean, that's
Goddamn right they can't.
Dallas dropped a treasure chest. Oh, I can't get down off the fucking roof. All right, I'm tired of you punching me in the dick.
Yeah, quit punching me. Dude. He said guilt's focusing that dude's attention, taking the L for the team. Look, dude, it would have been taking one for the team if that one didn't turn out to be like a 40. Ramsey yelling at him, quit dying, asshole. Oh, shit. Oh, this game was great, dude.
Mm-hmm. I have so many fond memories of this game.
Ow. Immediately hits me. I just like crack like a can of soda and just start chugging it. Like,
Right. Stop punching me, dickhead. You just Hambo walks away from the battle just like a pincushion of arrows and bruises from being punched in the face.
Just a bunch of empty bottles around my feet.
Gilton's like, oh, that was a nice bunch of naps I got.
After the battle, everyone's like, "Where'd Hambo go?" You just hear bottles rattling, and I come like standing
Yeah.
out of it. Like,
All right, everybody else is good health wise. All right. I can't from there. Fuck. Sit down.
basically does have the caffeine jitters on some real shit.
Looking at Gilt's like, see, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Just go right to punching Gilt's again.
Jesus.
Revenge. Oh man. Yeah, so unfortunately you unlock Cloud much later in the game.
Yeah. Very late game thing.
Yeah, he keeps kicking me in the dick. Why? Why does he keep punching me in the dick? All right, Hambo, let's go. Can I hit him from there? No, but I can hit him from here.
I'm gonna hit him with a rock.
Yeah, let's stone this son of a bitch.
Yes, dude.
Got him. Got him.
Absolutely wrecked him. What a way to end it. Me defeating someone by throwing a rock in their face. Ooh, an iron sword? Let's go.
Mm-hmm. And I think after you unlock the weapon, it then becomes available for purchase. I forget if it's like, I think it's certain points in the game. So now you're interrogating this guy because you need information.
Yeah.
And as he's talking about how like they're not actually thieves, but nobles treat them like scum anyway. Gustav.
Gustav.
Sand at
Sand
Zakos.
rats.
Rats.
Rats. Yes, rats.
Cellar means a rat's nest.
Oh shit! I'd have had no clue.
I know, right? Jeez.
Could have fooled me.
So right before we wrap up, just to show you what the class system looks like. Oh, you didn't do anything. So each class has skills that they can learn and master. Counterattack was a good one. We want gain JP up, and we want move +1 for sure. I'll do counterattack. Because why not? As you gain levels in your job, then you unlock other jobs and then can begin to advance those. I won't get the mages until I increase the level of the chemist, but we're not going to do that right now. Gilts now can throw a stone too, which is nice. Actually move farther. Some of the squire abilities are actually pretty goated. And accumulate. I'll do the rest of that later. And I guess I'll give him some stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, he's got wish, which is pretty important.
Yeah, wish is very useful.
I'm not giving him anything. Fuck this dude. And that's how you basically advance your
Yeah, like you basically use the JP that you've accumulated with that job class to unlock different abilities for that class. So like each one of them had like a little cost value on them there that, when you were showing the list, and it basically just
and
like,
that's how much JP it costs. Yeah.
Yeah. So like the number that you would want to focus on for like trying to figure out what you can unlock is all the way on the right on the top there where it says JP on the Squire list. That's how much he has available to spend. The 638 is how much he has accumulated, and that accumulation leads to levels.
Yes. The next level being at 800.
Yep.
And it's a nice little thing. There's not a whole lot of other games that really do this. Like Tactics Ogre has something similar to this, but it wasn't. You didn't use your JP to unlock abilities. You just gained them as you advanced the class.
Yep. Which was the same thing with Final Fantasy V. You would get points that went towards your chosen job class, and then as you gained those levels, it would just unlock stuff.
We're going to keep you with auto potion because that's been keeping you alive. I don't know why Guilt has it. He barely used it last time.
we're just both over here like
And Geltz is like, but wait,
He's like, guys, why are you building that hole? I think I might take a nap again. We're just like, yeah, we know. We're preparing.
And then like you have your basic kind of jobs you start with, and then as you unlock more, you
Gills, you didn't get ganged. You got attacked by one dude incessantly.
over and over.
Yeah, over and over again, bro. Ain't no gang. Silly boy. Yeah, I think an hour 10 is a good spot to call it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna call it here. Let's see. We're gonna raid out to my boy McThunder because he is doing a 24-hour stream.
Oh shit! I inadvertently did a 12-hour recently.
You did. You were running through
Oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
OG Oblivion. Old man yells at Cloud.
Yes. And I figured out why it was echoing. It was because it was sharing my audio.
Yep.
And it was so.
Which also included
other.
What you call it? Yeah.
But we are going to raid out to It's McThunder. What do we have on the agenda coming up? Hambo, what's going on
next week? Next week, you and I have talked about it before, and we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do Legend of Legaia.
I'm down for that. I'm down.
And then what I have planned, I'm probably gonna do a stream today. I'm not exactly sure what, but
hey Rock, thank you for the bits. I appreciate you, buddy. 22 biddies.
Gonna get something going, and yeah. And then tomorrow's D&D.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of the week sort of up in the air. Things have been kind of
the possible conclusion to the Strathmore events.
Yeah, things have been kind of chaotic for me throughout the week.
Trying to
do a lot of stuff while the wife's working, but I'll figure something out.
Other than that, if you aren't a part or haven't joined or followed or subscribed, we have our YouTube channel, Discord, and as well as our Twitch accounts. But Hambo, you want to drop some links for us?
Yes, I am actually getting them together right now. There's the YouTube one. All right, so this is for the YouTube.
Yes, thank you for the Discord.
If you are not already in said Discord, there it is right there.
And we will catch you all in the next stream, the next podcast.
Yeah. I actually have 5 seconds before the raid goes.
Okay. Well, you can roll the intro.
I'm about to roll the outro. So we will catch y'all next weekend. Catch y'all later.